What up, y'all? So welcome back to another video. This video we'll be breaking down the top pairs we have for this week of trading, and really overall showing you how I plan to make well over $500 this week trading in the foreign exchange market. Let's get to it. Yo, what's good, everybody? So we are back with another trading week. So the market is still closed, as you can see. The market is not open until 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. So we have around 13 minutes until the market opens. And right now, we're just about to do the same thing we did the week before, and the week before, and then the week before. We're doing a pre-market analysis. Getting ready for a new week, putting the top pairs that I believe that are ready to trade at the top of the list, and then everything else will be followed down below. So number one, we have CHF-JPY, right? You can obviously see on CHF-JPY, we tried to give a break past this recent lower high. As you can see, price formed a beautiful double top scenario, then pushing price to go and break out of this neckline that was formed around 168.737, right? So on the daily time frame, you can see how we went from being in this bullish trend to now getting back in sync, back in a downwards, aka bearish trend. After price gave us the break of these recent lows, I wanted to see price have the retracement back towards this area, which we are now doing. Drop down towards the 4-hour time frame. You can see how the 4-hour is in sync with the daily time frame as well, being in a beautiful bearish trend. So as price formed the retracement off of the daily time frame, once price tapped back into that recent broken structure, I've dropped down towards the 4-hour time frame to see the trend of the market. And on the 4-hour time frame, we can see clear as day, we were in a bullish trend. Pricing gave us that reversal, getting back in sync with the daily time frame, aka being in a downwards trend. So after price on the 4-hour gave us the breakout of these higher lows, I wanted to see price pull back towards this area of interest to have the retest of this recent broken structure. Hence is why we have this box, and we drew the box around that recent broken structure. Why? Because once I zoom out, you can see how price forms rejection not once. Well, let me count it out because I just pointed it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if I continue to go towards the left, is multiple rejections. But as of right now, we have 9 rejections towards this area of interest, both treated as support and resistance, which is good. This is showing me that price is having a hard time breaking through either side. When we are above, it's having a hard time breaking down below. And then when we are below, it's having a hard time breaking back above. So I then mark this off as being a zone where I'm looking to take a trade off of. And so at the moment, you can see how the 4-hour is hovering above this area of interest. Hence is why I have this beautiful alert to, once price gets back below, to notify me that we are now looking for entries. Like you all know, I wait for the 15-minute switch of structure, going from bullish to bearish, getting in sync again with the daily and the 4-hour time frame in order for me to look for a position. At the moment, you can see how the 15-minute is now going back bearish. We were bullish, but due to the breakout of this recent higher low, you can see that right here. You can see our price is now getting back in sync with the higher time frames, being in a bearish trend. What I want to see is price continue this bearish trend, and I want to see price give me another break of structure, breaking past a recent lower low structure area, getting back below this 4-hour zone. Once price can get back below that zone, I will simply wait for my entry signal. Like you all know, since we are in a bearish trend, I'm waiting for a bearish engulfing. Find my entry, stops just above, and targeting those 4-hour lows. Looking something like this. So this is an ideal trade that I am waiting on come later tonight, pre-London session. Once the market opens and once price gets in a flow of things, this is my number one for tonight. Next, we have Euro JPY. Euro JPY, same thing. You can see how price is in a beautiful bearish trend. We were bullish. Price then had the break of structure, breaking past those recent higher lows, having the continuation break, and at the moment we're having the retest of that recent broken structure. Once price tapped back into, this is when I went towards the 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame you can see clear as day how we are not in sync with the daily time frame, being in a bearish trend. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see how we were in a bearish trend due to the break of these recent lower lows, and then price had the switch of momentums, giving us a breaker structure of our recent lower highs, now being in a bullish trend. Since the 4-hour is out of sync with the daily time frame, I simply don't look at this trade and I go to the next pair, because I don't have to wait and force a trade when both of my time frames aren't in sync. It is important to at least have your daily and your 4-hour time frame in sync, giving you 2 time frames in sync before you look for entries. That is important. That is the main thing you need. You need at least 2 or more time frames in sync before you look for a trading position. CAD JPY simply looks ugly. I'm not going to pay attention to it. USD CHF, this actually looks good. We have the recent break of these lows, getting it, being in a downwards trend, going towards the 4-hour time frame. Too much going on. Too much going on. I really don't like it. Simply, yeah, I'm not even about to break it down. I'm not paying attention to USD CHF. I'll go to the next one. Ugly. You obviously can see how we are bullish, but I would rather just wait for price to give me a breakout of my highs or a breakout of my lows, showing me cleaner structure, and we'll be able to capitalize like so, but not really interested in this. Waiting for the pullback for price to tap back into that recent broken structure before we continue in this downwards trend, so I'm not interested. This we are, what is this, NZD CAD. You can obviously see how price is in a beautiful bearish trend. Price has already gave us the retest of that recent broken structure. Now we go towards a 4-hour, and you can obviously see the 4-hour is out of sync, being in this, it was in a bearish trend. Now price, due to the break of these recent lower highs, is now bullish. We simply don't look for any positions. I'm not interested. Ugly, ugly. Again, just waiting for the breakout. Like when price looks like this, when it's ugly in between and you really have no idea of where the market is going, and you can obviously see how the market is trending sideways in a sense, just wait for price to give you a breakout of either the upside, showing you clean market structure towards the upside, or wait for the break towards the downside, showing you clean market structure towards the downside. You don't have to trade every single week. You don't have to trade every single day, because once you get to a point where you're trying to now force trades, this is when your psychology messes up, your trading plan gets ugly, and everything just goes downhill. Just stay patient, wait for price to give you something to trade, and then capitalize like so. So ugly, waiting. This is good. You can obviously see price gave us the breakout of those recent highs. I want to see price come back down, retest, and then have that continuation. The 4-hour also looks good. So as we're waiting for the daily time frame to have that pullback back down towards that recent broken structure before we continue towards the upside, you can see how the 4-hour will also be in sync with the daily time frame due to the recent break of structure on the 4-hour time frame being right here. So as price is forming that retracement off of the daily, this will also be allowing the 4-hour to have the retest of that zone. And then once price taps back into this area, we can actually mark this off like so. Once price can tap back into, we will simply just wait for the 15-minute to go from bearish. As you can all see, it has to go bearish in order for price to get back down towards our entry zone. Once price taps back into, we wait for the break of structure. Once price can give us the flip from bearish to bullish, find our entry, stops below, target those 4-hour highs. So AUD USD, we will be waiting on the daily pullback, so we can put that right there. That actually looks good. I don't know where we're at, so let's just continue. What is this? NZD USD, same thing. You can see the breakout towards the upside, which looks good. Simply just waiting for price to have the retest. Let's see the 4-hour. 4-hour looks beautiful. You can see the recent break of structure being here. So as we're waiting for that retest off of the daily time frame, we'll also be having a retest of the 4-hour zone, and then like we just talked about, waiting for the switch of structure from the 15-minute time frame. So we can put that right there, waiting on the daily. What is this? GBP USD, same thing. This one actually looks better because we have the left head and right shoulders, and now we can confirm this inverse head and shoulders due to the breakout of the recent neckline that was formed. It is important to wait for price to give you a break of a neckline once you see a double top, a head and shoulders, anything like that, because once you have the breakout of that neckline, that then confirms the double top formation or the head and shoulders formation. These formations are used as reverse patterns, so it confirms this reverse pattern being a, again, confirmed head and shoulders, confirmed double top, double bottom, so on and so forth. Once you have the breakout, you simply wait for the retest of the recent breakout of that neckline. Once you can have the retest, you then drop down towards the 4 hour. And just to double check, what does it look like? I really don't like this. So I would probably put this at the top of not ready yet, but daily time frame looks good. You can see the breakout. Once the daily time frame can form the retracement back down to the recent broken structure, we will drop towards the 4 hour. And like I said, I don't like how the 4 hour is looking because it's just a lot of choppiness. And if it's choppy and I have to do a lot of zooming in and I guess digging to understand what's going on with the 4 hour, I simply just don't trade it and I go to the next pair, because like I told you before, I don't have to trade something that's ugly. It's not, nobody's telling me, hey, if you don't do this, you don't trade this pair, you don't get so and so in return. No, nobody's forcing me to do anything. I can go to the next pair, and that's what I'm going to do. So the 4 hour time frame, yes, it is bullish, but as price is coming back down to retest this daily zone at 125.202, you can see the 4 hour zone, well, the 4 hour recent broken structure is a little bit below that zone. So price will have to get a deeper retracement, come tap into this recent break, and once we have that break, have the continuation. And like I said, it's just ugly and it's nothing to really stress over, so I'm simply not going to stress over it, and we're not going to look at this pair until we have the continuation breakout of these recent higher highs, and then I will look for the next trading opportunity like so. So next pair, this is ugly. Don't worry about this. I was just mocking up a trade if I would have taken this trade, and this is a trade that is completely out of my strategy, and I was seeing something, and yeah, don't mind that. But this is ugly still. We're waiting on the breakout of these lows or these highs. Ugly. So simple as that. That was quick. A very quick pre-market analysis. That's what I do every week to prepare me for a new week. Number one, CHF-JPY. Like we talked about, we have the recent break. Prices already gave us the retest off of the daily time frame, which is good. After price tapped in 2, we went to the 4 hour, and you can obviously see the 4 hour is in sync with the daily time frame being bearish. And we are also having the retest of the recent broken structure, and this structure is a zone that is treated as support / resistance with more than 3 rejections towards this area, which is good. So once price gets back below, we can possibly see entries, but that comes after the 15-minute shows us the continuation breakout towards the downside. Next is Euro JPY. We talked about Euro JPY simply just not being ready just yet, based off of the 4 hour time frame being out of sync with the daily time frame structure. You can see the daily is bearish. 4 hour, obviously we are bullish, and we simply don't pay attention to it because we are not in sync. Next, AUD USD. Waiting for the pullback. NZD USD, we are waiting for the pullback. So number one, CHF JPY. And yeah, let's see what happens throughout the week. Pray that you all enjoy. I pray that you all continue to work on your craft, put God first, and allow Him to really orchestrate everything and guide you into becoming a profitable trader, becoming a new person, a new man through Christ. So pray that you all enjoy. I'm going to catch y'all later. Deuces.